Windows Pranam.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
Hare Krishna Mataji. Okay. Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadramaya Sudarshan ki Jai. Shri Shri Gauranitai ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Gurudev Nitai Gopremanandi Hari Hari Bol. So let us start with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So yesterday there was a discussion about the qualities of a Brahmana. So there were 9 qualities which Krishna explains. So today in this shloka 18.43, so Krishna explains the qualities of a Kshatriya. So let us see what all it is there. Okay. So look at your screens or your books or mobiles. Okay. Shauriyam tejo dhritirdakshyam yuddhe chapyapalayanam danam ishvara bhavascha kshatram karma svabhavajam. Okay. So here it is mentioned heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, and leadership are the natural qualities of work for the Kshatriyas. Okay, so let us see what all it is explained here so we can understand. Okay, so there are about 7 qualities here. Yeah, so 7 qualities if I count in total. Okay, so Krishna talks about these are the qualities which are born in them by their nature. If you remember, one shloka was there where he talks about guna karma vibhagasha. Based on the the qualities and the nature of work, they become such person. So actually, we are not born as we think the previous generations or the caste system which was prevailing. One should be a Brahmana, his son also become a Brahmana, Kshatriya, again his son will be called as Kshatriya. No, because nowadays also, which jati you belong to. So we proudly tell I'm from a Kshatriya, I'm a Kshatriya, but you're working in a software or you're keeping a shop, you're doing some business. So that is the thing which is followed in our society. But here Krishna talks about based on the nature and based on the quality of work they do, swabhavajam. So based on that only you can judge them the what they are actually. Okay. So now if you see someone is a soldier at the border, they're fighting, okay, or they're patrolling. So they are kshatriyas because their quality is to do that work. Okay. So what are these qualities? Let us see. So first of all, here we need to understand Kshatriya is basically these are the qualities which we need to have. Now, everyone in life needs some satisfaction. Okay, some excitement. There's some that push that I need to do these things because for their own satisfaction. So Brahmana has kind of a satisfaction because his is philosophical and thinking power, ideas, concepts, that is there. So similarly, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, they have their own things. So so this can be termed as stimulations. So which stimulates you to do, you push you forward, or we can say a thrust, we can say. So, similarly, there is something called a spiritual stimulation, which means that when you remember, the moment you remember Krishna, that is not material, that is spiritual stimulation. Okay, so so there are different stimulations like this in life. It can be material or spiritual also. Any stimulation which takes you towards the Lord, takes you towards Krishna, that is spiritual stimulation. Do not mix it with material stimulation. You want to do some seva for the Lord. You may be giving some material things or monetary things which is related to this matter, but still it turns to be spiritual because Krishna is also spiritual. So that is how it works. Okay. So now coming back to the qualities which has been explained. First is Shauryam. Shauryam means heroism. We have seen every movie without a hero, it doesn't work. Okay, any movie. So basically, most of the movies, if you have seen, what is the quality of a hero? He is protecting the weaker people. So heroism actually is those days. The king would save or protect the kingdom, his people who are there in his jurisdiction. So that is how he gets satisfaction. That is heroism. So that is according to the dharma, it should be done, it is good. Okay. Next is Tejaha. Tejaha means power. Okay. So for a Kshatriya, for a Kshatriya class, power is very much required because only if he is strong, he can show his, the range of protection, what he's showing on everyone. So this is another quality. So heroism and power, these two are required. Next one is Dhritihi. Dhritihi means determination. Everyone has determination. All the varnas, if you see Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, everyone, without determination, as I said earlier, we cannot move forward. Okay, we are determined to do something in life. For even if you're not determined, you will not do anything. Even the animals, every animal, every species has determination. Without that, why they are searching for food? If you're not determined, why do you take that risk to go forward? Okay, so determination is all required for everyone. But for a Kshatriya, he basically deals with people. Okay, he's protecting the people, he's looking into the administration. He has to see that everything is taken care properly, everything done on time. So that is how a Kshatriya will be. So that is the determination which will be running. Okay, so next one is Dhanam Ishvara Bhavascha. So, Dhanam, we understand that you know, it's an important function for Kshatriya because um, even actually every householder also should do it. Dhanam means donating or he's generous. Okay, so this is a kind of a godly quality, dana. Being generous to anyone. Okay, so that function is also very important for Kshatriya. We have heard in the previous pastimes, or we have heard from the stories that how a Kshatriya king would donate so many things. In fact, in the olden ages, they would donate so many cows, they would donate so many grains, foodstuff, and clothes to the people. So basically, that is part of the quality where part of a Kshatriya. This takes him that image or the recognition in the society. So he's a very good king. Okay. So today's political, if you see, this is what is required actually. Now the administration which is run by this country, okay, if they need to have these qualities, unfortunately, today's politicians are the most corrupt. Okay, but there was not much corruption, or there was zero corruption in those days when the king was ruling. But somehow the present generation, they have been thought that monarchy or the kingdom which used to have, they were very selfish, or they never cared for the people. It is not like that. We have seen in the pastime of Krishna also. In the Krishna book, you'll find this where Krishna is there, and there's one Brahmana who comes and he tells that there's my son, I have lost all my sons, and there's he's dead, and it is according to dharma, it is not correct because when the father is alive, son cannot die, okay, in the presence of father. So you're the the supreme Ishvara, you're controlling everything, and in your kingdom this is happening. So I think there is not much dharma. So that too, that is the perfection which we have seen. Okay, we have heard about it. So this is one of the good quality which is required. Next is Ishvara Bhava. So Ishvara means basically controller. Okay. So generally, if we see Kshatriyas, they are the controllers of the kingdom. Um, here Krishna talks about on the positive side. He talks about the qualities of each varna, and he's saying that Kshatriya should be having this Ishvara Bhava. So what does it mean? So in the world, somebody has to take the role of a controller. Without a controller, things will not run properly. Okay. Even if you see at the junction, if you don't have a signal light, there will be a chaos. Okay, people cannot move forward. Everyone will be their own directions. So there should be a person who gives the guidance. Why we have a traffic policeman? Why do we have a doctor? Why do we have the police stations? Why do we have jails? Why do we have the politicians? So why do we have soldiers? Because they need to direct us. They need to be some controller to particular divisions so that everything is running smoothly. That is how organizations are running. Okay. So similarly, to run a kingdom, there's this kind of a quality is required in a king. So that everything is running smoothly. So every kingdom needs some governing authority. Okay. So these authorities are required in the society in order to control them so that they go in a particular direction. And it is meant to be in a positive way, not in a negative way. Okay. So here Ishvara Bhava doesn't mean mentality, but mainly this is one of the ability. If the administration is good, if the administrator is good, then we'll see that actually it is running smoothly. Now we can understand from the development of the society how much corrupt it is. We see across the cities where you're living how much corrupt it is based on the infrastructure, the facilities. Someone is going to a hospital or someone is going to want something, how much they're struggling, how much bureaucracy is there to get a thing done, how much they have to run from pillar to post. So from that we can understand how bad the administration is. Okay, so here I'm talking about the ability. Okay, so if without this ability, it is not at all a good quality at all. So this is very much required, this Ishvara Bhava, that the ability of a king is very much required. So similarly, today in our society, the administration should be able to cater that service to the society, that okay, fine, somebody is coming for something which they want to get it done, it should be run smoothly. But we see the roads are bad, the lighting is not done good, there are theft happening, there's murders happening, there's crime happening. And if you go to something to be done, even for a small Aadhaar card also, you're struggling so much. Someone wants to get a pension done, you have to do so many things. So things are not so easy. There's a lot of corruption which is happening. You have to bribe them to get it done. You're not getting jobs. So what is this happening? This is the corruption which is running through, and this is not a good sign of a administration. So they are not able. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So actually, this king is a representation of the Supreme Lord. Okay, and his work shows how he's performing it. Okay, Kshatriyas, that is how their role is, especially because in the olden days, the kingdoms, the word which is given is Raja Rishi. Okay, so he's not only a king, he's knowledgeable and he acts the representation of the Supreme Lord. This is very important for a Kshatriya. So he is the Lord's agent, just like how Hanuman, if you see how he works in Ramayana, how he becomes the Lord's agent, how he communicates, and how he behaves. So, so similarly, a king is the representation of the Lord, and he should work that way. So now in Bangalore, if we see, it's a funny thing that when we go to Vidhan Sauda, you might have seen, if you see the first thing on the, there's a carving that government's job is God's job. So the government's work is God's work there. But what are they doing? There's so much of corruption. There's so many scams which is going on. So what are you? You're denting the image. Okay, you're taking the Lord's name and you're doing like this. So we should be very careful in if you're not able, do not do it. So as it is mentioned that in Kali Yuga, even the administration class will be taken over by the Shudra class. Shudra class, they do not have much brain. The only thing is sense gratification. They do not think about the people. Kshatriya will think about, they will think about the people first. They think about the first thing which I told you, heroism, shauryam, that is first thing. What is heroism? To protect the people. But today we lack everything. Why so many accidents happen? Why so much of crime is happening? Because there is no shauryam in the administration. Okay. So the another one is here dakshyam. Dakshyam means expertise. So to run a government, the administration should be very expert. They should know all the pros and cons, which is good, which is bad. That is what is required. Okay. Next is yuddhe chapya apalayanam. That means they never run away. Okay. So they face it very boldly. Okay. Any challenges. It's not only the war. Okay, here it is referred because it's about a king. It's running away from a battle, courage in the battle, it is mentioned. So here they do not run away from any kind of situations. They face it, challenging it, and they overcome it. That is how the quality is inbuilt. Okay, so Kshatriyas natural qualities are mentioned like this, and basically Kshatriyas collect the taxes, okay, and they build the national treasure. So that is how the richness of the society will be, prosperity of the society will be. Okay, so this in turn, the taxes should be utilized for the prosperity of the people or the development of the society. But today we see whatever the taxes which are collected, they keep it in their pockets and they enjoy it. This is the actual situation. And they do a little for the society only around the corner of elections which is coming up. Okay, this is how administration is running today. Okay, but we have heard in the stories that the Kshatriyas, the kingdoms which were flourishing in the past, they used to donate gold plates. They used to donate so many horses, elephants. They used to donate so much of grains to the poor people. They made sure that nobody went hungry. But today, what do we see? We see starvation. There are war, famine, not much production. The field which we are producing, it is not yielding. Why? Because of bad administration. Weather is not good all the time. We cannot predict properly. So there is a shortage of food. Why? Because of all the bad administration. So it runs, see, do not think that this is modern Kali Yuga, this is some completely different. What Krishna has spoken completely is acceptable today, and this is what we see. You have a good administration, you have a better society, you will live peacefully. So peace of mind is required for everyone only when we have a good administration, right? So, try to understand this sloka. Though there is no purport for this, you can refer to so many lectures, and you can refer to so many the explanations which have been given. Okay, so these are the qualities, 7 qualities in total. So one by one. So tomorrow will be about Vaishyas and Shudras. Okay, so I will end my class here for now. It's already 7:05. Thank you. Hare Krishna.